comes up. And you saw the video I made, what was it, about 4 o'clock last night? I mean, this morning or 3. All right. So the video I was talking about, I looked at, like, well, so when you wake up, it's like, well, because I know I'm not going back to sleep. So, and I don't feel like turning on the TV though. But, so it was a video about Sanger, right? And we didn't heard now in the last couple of years, most of us never even heard of her. Remember, I was born in the 70s. Matter of fact, I was born, uh, but yeah, I guess I never said, how old I am. But yeah, I was born the year it became legal, abortion, right? And like I said, my mom was sick and they told her, either to get an abortion or she had to be bedridden. I guess by the time I was 10 or something. I remember she told me this when I was young. I don't know why she told me a lot of stuff I don't understand. But I didn't at the time. But, I guess, I don't know if it was a guilt trip. Well, like I said, I already told you about all the whoopings and all that stuff. Some people, no, I'm like, that's why I don't get in trouble or don't get caught. Like I said, I learned, but I guess by time, I'm saying by the time I learned, by 4 or 5, you, I don't know what this says about my character as a kid, but obviously, well, that's what, that's y'all shit. No, seriously, it does. That's how that's what they're playing. The pro social programming. I by the time you're 5, 4, you just don't get caught no more. I remember, I guess we was living in Brooklyn or Bed Stuy, whatever, but but you still, getting, da da da. You can't, that's your boy. But that's, it's not let boys be boys. That's what I'm saying. You still got your butt toe up, but that boys. It's like, no, that was, even like I said, when I moved down to, we moved to Georgia, Roswell, white neighborhood, and this is very upscale at the time. Now that's another thing that, Roswell's been invaded by the housewives, all the hood rats, who think they're sophisticated, but basically are hood rats. But I'm from the ghetto, what, shoot each other, But anyway, the white boys, like I said, I told you, it I think by then I was there for the second and 7th grade, and one of them was talking about how they used to, because by 7th grade, also, it kind of amazed me because it almost felt like we was on the 13, I guess, but it felt like we were grown because all of us were talking about in the past tense. Because now you're getting on punishment or whatever, or what's it called, grounded. What white folks call it, you're getting grounded, right? You're not getting whoopings no more. But they said the same thing, da da da. My daddy did this and that, and switches and this. I really was amazed. Like, what? I did not know white folks got beat. But this is Roswell, Georgia, right outside Atlanta. It is literally right outside Atlanta, if you don't know. But it's, white folks neighborhood. But there's a reason she moved there, because we just moved from New York and she didn't want to move. This is the 80s. You know. Long story short, I'm just saying. All right, so really, this has the singer thing, right? Margaret Singer. I didn't find it as usual. Like I said, as soon as they wake me up, I probably was having a dream. Wake up as usual, and like I said, I don't care what y'all say. It's, they got a way to the uh probably, just from all the decades of electrodes and EKGs to manipulate your dreams. I would think it's scientific. I don't, but also, I also could believe is witchcraft, voodoo, all that is in, even before that. The Haitians, I think, could do it centuries ago. Uh, and so, I wake up pissed as usual, and it's usually the same time, about 3 or close to 3, or sometimes it's literally at 3:00. We all I don't get spooked. Oh, it's the witching hour. It's like, to me, yeah, the devil's a clown. These fools are clowns, so it don't bother me. Well, it bothered me because you woke me up. All right, so then I click on and I see this video. I gotta find it again. Well, it depends on what Like I said, I gotta switch channels all the time because they'll pause my comments or this and that, and so it depends on. No, I just about an hour ago, yo, comments been, but we've removed your comment, da da da. But and this was no, was this thing? And as usual, but I just really doing this video. I guess if you're really one of us, you're really intelligent and educated, about Margaret Sanger by nowadays. It's not that you're not intelligent. That's not the reason. They hid who she really was. And the eugenics and yeah, here it is on this one.
Hey guys, Toby Mathis here, and question I get all the time is how do I make my personal assets?
Think about it. Yeah, I know I'm being funny all the time, but I'm telling you that is really I'm telling the truth. Everybody think it's deeper than that. It's like no, the simplest answer is usually the truth. She was just mad. She looking at some. Maybe like I said, even I give the other white chicks her age. She looking at them and they got kids and this and that and their husbands. Even if they divorced, but they still got kids, this and that. That mean men that then wanted them. Whatever that's a phrase. Men, wanted to be with them. Her, and it's like I don't know how these people get power, but this is what's going on. Just like with dudes who mad at other dudes. You see how whatever that's supposed to be, some kind of liberals. Oh, they were judging women. This was back in the day. See, misogynist. But you see how happy the chick is, just like nowadays. Any chick or any race that's in that league or whatever, they're happy. They're not being what is it called? Objectified. I never heard that stupid shit. In the 80s, nobody said that. It wasn't taught in school, grade school, middle school, high school. Yeah, objectified. It sounds legit like, oh, you want to treat her like she's your pride. It's like, no, that's not it. If anything, even if the dude is rich, tall, handsome, six pack, the right girl gonna turn him into putty. He's not objectifying. He might got a lot of girls, but that's on the girls who giving themselves up. That's not they objectifying them as y'all your own word. But I just wanted to point that out. You see, I don't think that was fake or forced. This video, that video clip, probably from the 1940s or whatever. You look at the baby, they happy as just like nowadays, happy as could be. They want to be looked at. Ain't nothing gonna change.
Or enduring World War II, which was condemned by the Nuremberg war crimes trials. But the Germans did not invent eugenics. In fact, they were inspired by the founder of the taxpayer-funded Planned Parenthood. The truth behind the genesis of that organization and its founder are much darker than most Americans realize. Who was the real Margaret Sanger? Why was she heralded by the Third Reich as the greatest socialist in America? Why do modern Democrats who claim to support the African American population justify presenting her as a cultural icon? Hello, I'm Colin Heaton, a veteran of the United States Army and Marine Corps, former history professor, book author, and welcome to this episode of Forgotten History.
After I got hurt and I went to Fort Eustis, I re-enlisted and left Fort Bragg because I couldn't jump out of planes no more. Having seizures. But my buddy, this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I guess, he's a veteran of the Army and the Marines. Well, he was a Marine first. We all had the same. We was the same age, had the same amount of time. But he got out for a couple of months. I guess he had been out for like 6, 7 months. But now I'm thinking they found him. I don't know, but because anyway, he come. We all get there just about the same. Well, he got there a little bit after us. We was cool. I would stay over his house sometimes because he had on post housing. Yada yada. But because he was married, and we but point is, he sometimes people get out and get back in. He only had been out for like 8 months, then he decided to come back in, but he joined the army instead of coming back. If you ain't been out that long, you ain't got to go to basic training. You can come back in. If it's only like less than 2 years, if you've been out less than 2 years, you come back in. I just added that, but.
Brooklyn, New York. 9 days later, the police raided the clinic and arrested all the people involved for promoting birth control, which was illegal. Sanger refused to pay the fine and spent 30 days in jail. She then traveled the country preaching her concepts. Sanger then founded the American Birth Control League in 1921. Sanger also endorsed the 1927 decision Buck v. Bell, in which the Supreme Court.
All right, so another thing, like I said, I really just, since they woke me up, I just wanted to do this to another video. I don't know why they put this in my recommendations. I don't, but they know I'm gonna say something about it. I mean, we've been talking about her, and the liberals, how they swear up and down they for humans and human rights, but they want to kill the babies and all this and that. And it's like, me, I already got the solution, and as much as I, before, that's why they so mad at me to this day, get girls, but it's like, keep your legs closed. And you're like, how could you say that? What do you mean? I remember that's my whole point about the SAN and the assault It's like if you strike out, you strike out. It's like majority of times we strike out. She know what you want or whatever, but ain't no big deal. She ain't you a creep or she don't even be mean to you, at all. She just whatever. She know everybody having a good time, but she's like, maybe you get to the point, whatever, you trying to get up out of it, you want to leave, da da da. She's like, nah, I'm not. But back then, really, in the '90s, when I was in my 20s, back then you really just trying to get the phone number, and call it the next day. You might, once you see you're not going nowhere, which is majority of the times you ain't going out nowhere. I mean, leaving that, you know, whatever. You just try to get the phone number, you know. But like I said, so the solution, but the ones that's giving it up, and then most of us back then you didn't want them. If you see, you at a club or whatever, she's with a lot of dudes, or you this and that, you know a little bit about her, or somebody tells you, you don't even want her. That's what we're talking about. All that, she give it up like that, you don't even want her. It was, it's embarrassing. What you was doing with her? I saw you over there talking. Oh, that's your girl, man. Man, fuck you. You mad? You just met her, and he know that, but he's being funny because she got a rep, and it's like that's why they tried to change all that. Don't slut shame and da da da. And it's not men being nasty and talking because, like I've been said over and over, we don't sit around and talk. The only time you said something about a woman is if you just saw your homeboy talking to her. You just saw it. Because who's going to have to go back them up if some mess card starts because of her? Y'all the ones getting arrested or thrown out the club or banned from the club because he talking to her. So yeah, we got a right to say something and say something about her rep. And these are clubs, even in Fayetteville, back then around Fort Bragg in the '90s. Shit can go down. We got shot at, and this and that. We didn't start there, and we just soldiers coming from hanging out every weekend, and yeah. But the locals, so shit could go down because you messing with one of they hood rats. So yeah, you need that's it. Ain't nothing to do with old slut shaming because men only we don't sit around and talk about it. That's why I've been said over and over. Now, if these dudes do it nowadays, that means, like I said, that's what I talk about. They're effeminate. They're like women, gossiping. Only women get offended by me saying that because they did. They said something about it about 2 weeks ago. They did the gang stalking of like, y'all are the ones that gossip. We don't gossip. Like I said, unless a nigga telling me something real business about another nigga, I'm not finna hear it. I'm talking about street business. Like, no, man, I'm not just finna. I don't give a damn if he ain't taking care of his kids and none of that shit. It's like, well, no, that don't make you a good man. Stay out that man business. He'll suffer for it or whatever. I don't want him to. I don't care. I just, it's just common sense. He gonna, whatever. It ain't none of your business. You must like his girl if you care that much about how he treat his kids. And this you trying to get with his baby mama. It's like, no, you're not a good man. And none of that. That's what they trying to start. Men dogging men. Like, you don't. Why don't you spend more time there? No, bro. That's none of your business. None whatsoever. If you ain't the little boy coach physically, yeah, if you ain't his coach and like, well, maybe him spending more time, you spending more time will help his game, whatever, whether he a pitcher, whatever, football or basketball. But other than that, it's suspect. It ain't suspect, it's the truth. That's for women, that's not my dream man. No, I'm telling you, there's a psychopath. You're gonna end up on one of them them channels, YouTube channels, where he done did something to you. Because once you realize, and really it's your own fault because you the one fell for that. Most sane women already know from the jump if he full of shit. Alright, so this I just wanted to piss them off with that one because, like I said, you can see the name of it. But this channel, I think, is pretty, know, informative, and I'm trying to cover a lot of subjects before I forget all of them. But all right, so I come back and no, I was finna leave. Right, I ordered a little like some groceries from Harris Teeter, right, or whatever, and I'm gonna do pull up as usual. But so there's a car sitting right there, and I'm thinking it's one of these people, but now I know what's wrong with this fence. I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know. I think he said, yeah. You see how it's all warped, all this shit. So now this shit is just literally fucking stuck. But all this warping. Like I said, if I would have did this, I'd have put some Thompson's water seal on it. This was only done like what, a year and a half ago. It's already like, and now this shit is goddamn stuck. Who knows? So anyway, as I come out the front door, look there. They can sit right there. I don't care. But dude right here, right? I come out the front door. Then I say so. I pull up to it. I said, yo, it's a black dude. I know he's not, but one of them, he don't he got face tattoos. Young dude. But all right, we turned it out. We had a little, actually a pretty decent conversation. But and he never said anything. He's like, I said, yo, you waiting on? Do you waiting on somebody? You part of that shit right there? And he's like, no, I'm waiting on food from the what's the name? Them Jamaicans right there. And I'm like, like either way, I know the gang stalkers sent them. I'm like, no, man, you can't sit right here. And so he goes into this whole, I've been here my whole life, and this and that, and his family owned property, and I wasn't making videos when I first moved here, but there used to be a store right there, and he's like, yeah, but I'm like, that means your people sold it, and the properties they still got. But anyway, he's like, how do you think we feel? People come around here and tell us we can't park. I'm like, bro, see, that's how y'all get in trouble. And I know he know I'm talking to him like just the oldest black dude. I'm like, see, no, it don't work like that, man. This ain't even, oh, this is America. White folks run it. And he kind of didn't act like that, but I still like, yo, man, I know that's where you going. It's like, no, B, I'm not. You don't get to do that, man. I said, I don't care if somebody just moved in your, like I said, I'm from Birmingham. I said, when people move in our neighborhood where I'm from, you can't just, you know, I grew up here. My grandma owned this house, and just go up in their yards or parking. You can't do that, man. How you think it don't matter how you feel. If you wanted this, and technically, I don't know if he's lying, and I think he is telling the truth. He said his folks did try to buy this, but okay. Bottom line is, either you got blocked or whatever. You couldn't buy it for whatever reason. You don't get to come up and just park up in here like you want to. And really, I'm like, I've been here 4 years. You ain't never done that. And he's, all the 20 or 30 years, however old he is, I'm like, no, I'm not mad at him, I'm really not. But I'm like, you don't get it, waiting on. I'm like, huh? Who told you to wait here? He said, oh, I told him I'm gonna be waiting here. He ordered. I'm like, first of all, I done drives on that block right there, right? He could have parked right if there ain't no room That little place right there is the the barbecue joint. I mean the Jamaican joint. He could have parked anywhere on that block. So you being funny. That's what that and so these youngsters you don't understand. Our day being funny get you fucked up. No, and I don't talk about all this youngster shit. Oh, knock you out or fight you. No, man, no. I told you nobody wants to fight you. Don't do it. Or if it's an old person and they call the police on you, now and your only excuse is you been here in the neighborhood and you mad about all these new people or whatever. That don't count, bruh. That don't count. When I said something about these folks, or last night I said something. Was that last night? Yeah, about them. I said you doing gang stalking shit, entry exit. As soon as I come out the door, you're sitting right there where that car is sitting. Parking lot is totally empty, and you got your car facing this way with your headlights shining. As soon as I come out the door, no, that was Monday. I mean, That was the other day. Yeah, that was a day ago. So I guess they're mad about that. And also, like I said, last night, yeah, the 3 o'clock when I was up, is the biker hitting them light ass pipes, right? It's like, don't be funny, bro. I'm like, I ain't even talking about. I wasn't. I'm not talking about. Don't get fucked up by me. But your mentality is how y'all get fucked. Y'all brainwashed. It's like, it don't work like that. You don't, cause you been here. I don't care. He said, "Oh, my folks own a whole block of houses." I'm like, "That's fine. Hey, great." And like I said, honestly, because he said he'd be around here. If I see you again, I might, try to, if your folks really trying to sell, let's see what's up. But anyway, the point is that ain't how it work, bro. Just cause how you think it's like there's nothing you can do about it. Move on, like everybody in our day. You just move. What about the houses I grew up in Queens? But we sold that house. I can't go back and just sit. I had nothing to do. I'm a kid. I get old. My folks, but it's like, but that's not what he's saying. He's saying he's still there. It don't matter. People sell things. People, and that's it. And you grown enough. He grown enough to know. And if you wanna, buy whatever there's nothing you could do. That makes no sense. How you think we feel? There's nothing you can do about it. That's why I said that the whole time about black folks and gang stalking. That's what I'm telling you. Y'all look unintelligent and stupid to people. And people they're not gonna be emotional with y'all. The judge, they're getting rid of those Democrat judges, corrupt, who sold out in the first, who are communists. Really, they're communists. They're traitors to the country. They're not real judges. That's how you know they never been before or don't know nobody. And there they go with that loud shit. And that don't even sound good. And look, it's a little ass Nissan or something. That don't even sound good. I hate a grown man riding around in a teenage car like this shit, man. This is like a little bitch car. Like, you should be some big titty bitch on YouTube that drive a car like that. Who what do they call it? After you put aftermarket shit on there, it's a Honda Civic, and I know how to drive. And she does. She really drives around the track. But that's what it sounds. Y'all grown ass men riding around in a little girl car. You like, well, that Nissan, but yeah, but I ain't do nothing to. I ain't put no extra stuff on there. If it's a little bit fast, it's just from the factory. I didn't, I'm not, that's not my whatever. I just bought that, like I said, to have something while I'm working on what I'm working on. But it's like, no, they didn't psych your heads up, fucked y'all up, pumped your heads up. We been doing that. You need to be mad at whoever's selling the houses, or like the rest of us, if it's corporations buying them and putting people out and this place. That's told you need to be on our. Either way, you need to be on our side. But just you with that emotional shit, yeah, I think he really understood. I think he did. If not, he the only one that really fooled me. You know, it was like I said, decent conversations. But I'm just saying, y'all, he got these kids on these. He ain't a kid, he's 20 something or look like, but maybe But it don't work like that, man. We're not trying to look. That's what I'm saying. Because we're only black people, I think, black Americans, Africans, that come here, think that just because we're both black, I'm trying to little boy you. No, what that's called is called crabs in a bucket, and it's disgusting. It's embarrassing that y'all are so mad trying to hold and that's not, like I said. I keep saying it. I know y'all hate hearing it. But that's not what real gangster rap was about. Not at all. When the song got a lot of killing in it, in the song he done killed like 3 or 4 niggas. You know, they done did something. Matter of fact, they one of y'all. They was hating. They was the crabs in the bucket. That's why he killed them. Crabs. I heard that as a kid, way back when I don't know when I first heard it. Probably 5 or 6. Probably was still the 70s. Whoever they were talking about, crabs. Black folks always pulling each other down. This was way before hell. Rap music wasn't even out yet, but Hotel Motel might have been out. But rap in general wasn't out. These old folks talking about how other black folks do each other. That's when I heard that phrase. But like I said, real gangster rap, whoever, Tupac, all that, it sounds nasty, but if you really listen to it, it's really intelligent. And it's not, it's just how, and anybody who listens to it, if you about your business, especially back then, you had no problems. Like I said, we all was on the same page. I don't care. You can go out of state, you can be out of state, go to a club, you only know your folks, your cousin, whoever, and you still, it's all good. Everybody know who, just know your character. Cause we all on the same level. It's not just the way you dress. We could tell just somebody trying to dress like us. Nah, it's just the things you say, the way you handle yourself, things you do immediately. And it was all good. It was almost like you kind of wanted somebody to be off brand so we could do something too, but nobody. That's why it never happened because everybody was on the same. That's why it was so great. So it wasn't a big deal that we never had nobody too much to go against. Because everybody, that's what the Democrats hated. All of that's what they hate. If you look, the stats that did naturally went down by the mid '90s. Yeah, you had the death rows and all this, but it was just music. But in real life, all the stats went down because everybody was just about death row, all about that money, just money, money, money. It wasn't about. But Puffy comes along, little jealous bitch, and that's the end of it. I mean, yeah, obviously, we don't have, there's no proof about Pac or Biggie, but we could think this. I mean, that's another thing. It's America. And then after that, everything. I keep saying it over and over again. Everything changed. You got other record labels that come out. The Hot Boys, Cash Money Records. Yeah, Cash Money. That's what Lil Wayne from. And everything's about. I got number one stunner. And I thought that shit was so childish. I like Juvenile. That's the only one I really like the most. I never really liked Wayne. I noticed he was a good rapper. I did back then. I did. I noticed, like, I actually thought he was trying too hard. I did. I was like, he's trying too hard to be a lyricist. And normally you ain't got to try that hard. It just felt like he is trying way too. I'm talking about off of their Frozen album and maybe Juvenile solo album. I think he had the first one maybe, and it just felt like I guess it was '98. And next thing you know, he blows up and da da da. And Jay Z whack ass the whole time. Everybody to this day, Jay Z, his records, his track record shows nobody liked him to this day. So basically, it's like how is he still supposed to be the top? And his record sales show He's nowhere near Tupac. He's like like 2%, and Pac only got to live till 97. Jay Z ain't even start coming out really till after Pac was dead, and Biggie. Jay Z was never, and like I said, back then this ain't something new. Like I even thought about it by like 99, 2000. Like people going, oh, you just mad because you a Pac. This is like no, I just immediately didn't like Jay Z. Way back there, what was it? Can't Knock the Hustle was alright. The one with Mary J. Can't Knock the Hustle, but the rest of it, and that was it. And that the one with Foxy, it was on actually None of Professor soundtrack. Ain't No Nigga. And like them two, that was it. The whole time, all these 30 years, there's no Jay Z song ever. I don't know. I don't listen to them. I don't know the words to them. Never liked it. But all this, they see what's coming out with Puffy. But I guess Jay Z and Beyonce are just too protected. But I don't care. To me, either way, it's just basically like a distraction. They just throwing Puffy out there. It's too late. It's like, yeah, it's over. You killed rap in the 90s, almost 30 years ago. It's like, this is, you go to jail for what? Whatever. Well, yeah, and Cassie, no offense to women, who gives it's like what she was doing with him in the first place. And that's where they can't, don't blame the victim. I mean, look, like I said, where I'm from, I'm the youngest, my relatives, I had a lot of female relatives. This New York City in the mid 80s when they was 18, 17, they couldn't do all that. They wouldn't have been able to be around the Cassie, the Puffy, or they getting, and they 17, 18, still gonna get clowned. They wouldn't have been able to be around an R. Kelly type nigga. And this New York City, this Queens, there's celebrities around there. So this ain't me just you know, yeah, you remember the family, everybody, all the older men, this and that, this, I guess I'm like 10, this is 84, 80, he's 17, that wasn't going down. Cousins, whatever, none of that. Siblings. And but I ain't saying don't, for the cat, but I'm just saying it ain't all that y'all trying to make it the real crime. Because what he did, basically, he did to the whole society in the world. That's why everybody, these movies, these white folks in the movies, everybody, listen to that whack shit that it's not rap music. That's, you'll see a white person supposed to be in college and he put on his headphones, his iPods, earpods, and it'll be this modern day whack rap ass shit. Either it's fake rap, his Cardi, a female rapper, or one of them is feminine little boys, and that's supposed to be his motivation. And he's a good Democrat, liberal, white liberal. It is like, it's disgusting. It makes me sick. And that's what it is. They don't even understand. They're the ones that's disrespectful. You know, Not the country boy that they think is racist. No, he cool with us. It's y'all wannabes, whatever the fuck y'all are. But they act like that too. I know they do. But I'm just saying all of it is the same. All right. So my reason in saying that, uh, I'm pretty sure I forgot a whole bunch of other shit I wanted to talk about. But uh, all right, the last one. All right, you know what? Okay, I'm glad I scrolled down. All right, this dude, this dude. Let me see. I had to go through my history. Falling down. All right, now I just seen this guy, the Critical Drink. I used to, watch a few of his videos, but this one, say 10 days ago. Now I see. I didn't stop watching him because I thought he was a plant, whatever. He's in Australia, but whatever. Communism is global. All right. So you see what it says, the Great American Lie. That's one of the main ones.
America sold itself as the land of. You know, we often talk these days.
I used to like him, but this it is not. I'm offended. I'm so one. We skipped school, right? And we used to do it all the time. We really would just go to it was my little crew, right? And this is 90. This came out in 93, so it's like right before I went in the army. Obviously I went into 94, into 93. But anyway, or whatever, and we would go and just sometimes go to Blockbuster or wherever, just it's the middle of the day, and rent a movie. So I'm pretty sure none of us knew what this was. I guess we're just going and saw it. I don't think. And it was a good ass movie. I forgot about it till earlier today, and I saw this rolling through and I clicked on it, and obviously, and so this was after 88, 89. That's when the term they don't use it no more. Remember, it was going postal because it was real postal employees that went and shot their employees. I mean, fellow employees, and their supervisors. They was the first ones really start doing that shit. So this movie, and we saw it, it was just a good movie. It didn't make us think, oh, America's a lie. Because immediately what you think is, you see, is Michael Douglas, obviously, since the 80s, Romancing the Stone, wasn't it? We all know, we all know who Michael Douglas is, and it was good. All right, but this time he's dressed like a nerd, and it was other movies how I knew what this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, because other movies I saw in the 80s, either a suspense or action or even just a regular TV movie or episode of some kind of murder she wrote or whatever type of show you watch. A guy like him, he was an accountant, and this is the 90s. He been working for the same company for 20 years, 30. Yeah, and they're in the other movies. Why they become the bad guy? Because all they got was a cheap gold watch, and they dressed. That's where the nerd come from. That type of you see the glasses, the horn rims. It really is the Malcolm X type glasses, but on the white dude, it's the nerd glasses, and the white shirt, the pocket protector. This guy is like, oh, he can't move, no up. American dream is a lie. It's like, no, this guy didn't move up, and I knew that immediately. It wasn't the American. I didn't think about the American dream. I knew the premise. It was a good movie. And immediately, as we're watching, skipping school, middle of the day, the premise of this is he didn't move up. He's a nerd. He's a pushover. He finally gets tired. That's not America's fucked up. Now it ain't about take what you want, but he just did. Yeah, it's like that's what they're mad about me now. That's why they had to do all that shit to me. But see, instead of taking it and hit me again. You know how when I do the and look up the clouds. That again, comedy movies. The clouds open up and the sun. Yeah, the sun shines down. A revelation. I went and got help. Remember, I said it all the time. I didn't do what he did. I'm from the hood. I could have. I could have, but I just know, I'm surrounded by illegal guns put in Birmingham, put easy at, but I did, I put myself in a hospital, sometimes months at a time, 5, 6 months. Must be me. I'm not finna hurt nobody. I'm an ex-military. You protect your, my country, my countrymates. You don't, do something like that. And really, it's not just that, I ain't no sucker. So again, being an 82nd, you're not told to look at yourself. The problem is you look in the mirror, but if something's going wrong, you got troubleshoot. And it seems like it's me because all the people. But now I know, yeah, it's they just got so many communists coming at me. It's not me. They're coming at me because it's not me. So either way, but you're like that don't fit into exactly. I know I didn't fit. I didn't even think about this movie. I hadn't thought about this movie since then, 30 years ago. 32 years ago, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not going. Remember, I'm not going out like that. I say that I might yell sometimes. I get loud and yell, but you're not. Remember, my point is in yelling, you're not going. I'm gonna curse you out and make you mad. And remember that guy used to come on my channel. what do you say, behaviors, that bitch, fuck you. You don't finna curse all you bitches. Cause I know, like I said, all these people walking around here, like right now, there's some people you might not be able to see them. I can see them through the blind, whatever, the slats, the wood slats. They're gang stalkers. So yeah, I'm gonna curse these bitches out. They tried to kill me or get me to do something stupid, and either you're gonna end up dead from the police, or you're gonna shoot yourself, or you're gonna end up in a mental hospital or whatever, prison for life, or executed. No, I'm not going out like that. I'm too smooth. Ain't nowhere there. So shit, let me get some help. But like I said, so this guy, I see this today, and really I saw his channel. I'm like, oh, I like that movie. He reviews movie, but I'm looking at the channel, the title. I'm like, wait a minute, Great American Lie. All right, this nigga on that bullshit. He is. Turns out he's on that bullshit. This nigga is on that bullshit.
It's about movies that have aged badly, whether because of changing technology, fashions, attitudes, or because the zeitgeist they capture.
Starts out little, it has aged bad. No, it hasn't. And really, it had nothing to. I don't know. To me, it just didn't have nothing to do with. And like I said, by the 90s, when I'm a little bit over, maybe we did talk about it. I take that back. I said I didn't. Everybody just thought it was a good. This is the 90s. It was just a movie. It wasn't a protest. It wasn't. Oh, this is real. No, it was just no different than like Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt. It was just a good movie. Like they say, it's a thriller. It was just a good movie. Or Silence of the Lambs. Did you think there was a Hannibal Lecter that says, oh, that's America? There was a Hannibal Lecter living next door. No, it was a good. That's all it was. But that's what I'm saying. Maybe he's just too young. The guy in this channel, he don't understand. Not just because he's from another country. He's just too young. It was just another movie, a good movie. Whether it's kind of comical or whatever, or action movie, whatever. It's just a good movie. That's all it was. Ain't no the zeitgeist, whatever the fuck that stupid ass shit means. It's just, and that's why that's why, yeah, we gonna get mad, cuss you out. Yeah, if you wanna do something, we gonna fuck you up. But because you're lying and you're trying to hurt all our young people mentally and physically with this bullshit.
Perfectly at the time no longer exists. But there's another class of movies that have actually become more potent, more poignant, more meaningful and relevant as the years have passed, and one of those movies is Falling Down, an absolutely excellent thriller from 1993 directed by Joel Schumacher, and one of my all-time personal favourites. The film tells the story of Bill Foster, a working class man caught in traffic in the middle of an LA heatwave who finally snaps under the pressure and flees the scene. What follows is an epic, poignant and often violent journey across the City of Angels as Bill tries to make his way home in time for his daughter's birthday. And along the way, the film delivers some of the most scathingly brutal critiques of modern American culture.
Nope, it was just a good movie. Nope. When he ran up on one of the Mexican gangbangers, none of us, by then, gangs have been in Birmingham, Crips, Blood, all this, whatever. It don't, either way, LA culture. Nobody thought, oh, this white guy, or they go do. No, yeah, exactly. You cheering for him. Everybody, whatever. Chicago gangs, Disciples, Vice Lord, whatever. Everybody's cheering for him, right? It's a good movie. It ain't no critique of nothing. It was just a fucking movie. It was not real, like, you fucking retards. I get tired of y'all.
Consumerism, wealth inequality, social breakdown.
Wealth inequality. All this wealth inequality. All this bullshit. What the fuck? This wealth. Get out and get it. You ain't even got to do nothing illegal. If he ain't get promoted, and like I said, I saw that as a kid in the 80s. Same thing. Look, the character looked just like him. You see, yeah, he got the pocket protector on. Exact same character, but it's not Michael Douglas. It's a no-name actor. And he snaps, but he don't do what Michael Douglas did in this movie. He just maybe kills one person, and once he gets caught, he explains all he got was a lousy watch, a fake or a cheesy gold watch. It might be gold plated after 30 years, and this is 1988. So that means he had worked there since like what, 68 or something, or 58 or whatever. Yeah, 58, 60, yeah. Well, whatever. The point is, he worked all them years, and his wife probably cheated. You know, if you know his wife probably wasn't that hot anyway. He was because he was an accountant the whole time. So yeah, he's mad about the college boys when he's in college. They made fun of him. You know, whenever you know they joined frats, he couldn't join the frat. He ain't had no friends. He finally gets some little dumpy wife, and then he retires it. But even she dogged him out, and everybody dogged. So the whole time he stayed, kept his head down. That's on him, and never got. And he's time to retire, and nobody cares. And they gave him a little company watch, and that, you know, I don't know which movie this is or a TV show. This was in the 80s. But see, when this movie came out, it did. I didn't. That's what I thought of, but it didn't look like, oh, they, you know, like nowadays, you know how they rip off other stuff. It's not a rip off. This is like a continuation, and more the real type of what's that phrase, reimagining. You know, reimagining. You know, shit like that. A real reimagining of maybe that was a TV movie I'm thinking about in the 80s, or Matlock 2 hour TV. I don't know. I really don't know. So don't quote me on exactly what it, but I remember that phrase, the bag or the guy who snapped saying all he got was a cheesy gold. He still had it on. Or he, oh, you know what? I'm thinking about Speed. Also Speed. Remember he used the fucking watch to make the bomb. But that's not the only time I heard that. Really, that's not it. It is the goddamn the 80s. It's the 80s. But also I was gonna say Speed. But Speed to me was also a good movie. I knew a lot of people would think it was cheesy, but and like I said, we also had rented while we was in high school, skip school one day, Point Break. And who was that? Keanu, and that was everybody's shit. Black school, white school, any school, that was everybody's shit. Point Break, you know, the ex-presidents. So that's what I'm saying. It was just a movie. That's all it was. It wasn't all this, oh, the zeitgeist and a scathing critique. No, you stupid bitch. It was just a good movie. Like I said, was Silence of the Lamb a scathing critique on cannibals or something? No. Y'all trying to make shit out of every mountain. Yeah, trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. It was just a good movie.
Wealth inequality, social breakdown, and societal indifference that you're ever
I mean,
likely to
if you
see.
broke, that's on you. You broke. You gotta go out and get it. I don't care. Like I said, if it come down to it, shit, nigga, instead of coming at me, you better off going to rob a bank. You probably end up better, fare better. But you know, shit, you rather go fuck with a bank, but y'all still keep. Like I said, they had that guy parked right there. All that y'all still. They just got out of the car. The car that was sitting right there. But keep playing with it.
Wealth inequality, social breakdown, and societal indifference that you're ever likely to see. It's a film that I tried in my own clumsy way to review several years ago, and while I had a good stab at explaining why I found it so impactful at the time, there's a lot more I wanted to say about the deeper meanings and themes.
Nope, they got to him. You sold out. So basically, the first time you probably said it was a good, just like I said, you probably reviewed it like you're supposed to if you fancy yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna use one of their words. Fancy yourself a movie critic. You did what you were supposed to the first time. Now, yeah, all of a sudden, no, that's not a movie review. That's you being a communist and trying to, you know, social engineer the younger folks. Yeah, yeah, we need to watch this. Yeah, look, that's how. No, it wasn't. He was a fucking the character. Michael Douglas obviously wasn't a nerd. You know, like I said, you know, we grew up watching them. Different movies, different big, sometimes big movies that had big songs on MTV in '83, '84. So he, you know, Romancing the Stone, all that, Billy Ocean. But so, but the character, he was just a nerd. You like, but see, that's what he's talking to. No, you got to pull yourself out from being a nerd. We ain't got to be nice to you or this and that or bend down to you. That's crazy. That's insanity. First of all, if he's a nerd, wimpy nerd, you want him to be a cop or promote him chief of police. He don't have the mentality, much less because the physicality does give you the mental toughness to make a tough decision from behind the desk because you physically been through some stuff. You don't want some fucking nerd making tough decisions. That's what they get mad at me for. You know, oh, you get that. I'm not being mean. I'm not this and that. It's just, yeah, and I'm not bragging. You know, I've been through it. Like, look. Yeah, they sending him up here. they send to him. This guy, you know, you can say, maybe, whatever. So they want me to, you know,
The Acolyte is very much an action-packed.
Interior bar. France enjoying
and
a
no, we're
Paris
not
Spritz.
cold. That's what I'm saying. We're not everybody
Wealth inequality,
going your
social
way will go down. All of us, your kids, if you got kids, you know, y'all need to man and woman up and stop being so fucking soft and feeling sorry for people like that. They need to goddamn, do something. Or if that's the case, you feel so bad, you round them up and take them to where they need to be for the government services. You do that, take your money, rent you a bus, and rent you a bus in your city and go round them up. Basically, you're gonna get a kidnap charge. You notice all of a sudden the same two black people come in different cars. So they said, okay, send in the black gang stalkers. All of a sudden, that's what I'm saying. Now, why don't you two, y'all go into that incubator or whatever that is, the nerdery? Why don't y'all go help them? That's what I just talking about. Y'all go get a bus and in your city, each of y'all, and go snatch them people up and drop them off at social services. You're like, why don't we? Y'all the ones who care. I don't care. You're like, I thought you was no, ain't no thought nothing. You don't know nothing. You the one gonna burn in hell. That's what I'm telling you. You stupid. And like I said, it's over with. It's over. All is over. Yeah, all that emotional shit. Yeah, that's not in the Bible.
wealth inequality, social breakdown, and societal indifference that you're ever likely to see. It's a film that I tried in my own clumsy way to review several years ago, and while I had a good stab at explaining why I found it so impactful at the time, there's a lot more I want you to say about the deeper meanings and themes that the film addresses so well, and maybe even a few misconceptions that I'd like to tackle. And so, here we are, staring down the barrel of the closest I'm ever likely to get to a video essay. You might be bored to tears by this one, or you might just find it helpful and informative. I'm not really sure, to be honest, but I'm gonna give it a try anyway. So grab your whammy burger and let's get started. Part 1, The American Dream. To understand where this film and its main...
And like I said, he did the American dream. No, he didn't live the American dream. Like I said, because he never was gonna live it. He didn't get the girls. Basically, like I said, if you ain't get the girls, especially by high school. But I always say it. Remember that's where I got it from. Again, every time I say I knew Me Too was bullshit, because all the pretty girls, the one they tried to parade that's getting molested, or whatever. I'm not joking about molesting. I'm saying in my life, and it wasn't just black girls, white girls, Puerto Rican. They're the ones making you do stuff. Yeah, of course we're boys, we gonna do it. Kindergarten, it does slow down. At least by grade school, third, fourth, second. And I'm in New York, so it's a melting pot. There was all races in my school. It's just more just you could tell, this and that. But early on, no, they making you do stuff. Touch, like what? Of course you ain't get what at that, looking back. But I'm just saying. And then by high school. Like I said, for a lot of guys, if it wasn't for the pretty girls being the predators, you wouldn't have lost your virginity to I don't know how old you was, but they, setting, hooking, da 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 da. So this is what I'm saying. So and you don't have to be the athlete. Of course, the athlete was getting them too, obviously, cheerleader, this and that. But he was never going to live. It's not the American dream's fault. And that guy's country, it sounds like he's from Australia or whatever, critical drinking, pretty. If you not that guy, one of the guys, you ain't even got to be that. You ain't got to be the captain of football, basketball, you just gotta, have a tight crew. These are what that's all it is. You got some friends, everybody cool. Y'all show up to the party. The jocks there, but y'all show up. The jocks ain't making fun of y'all. It's all love. Hey, because they know y'all cool to everybody. So yeah, you're gonna get the girls because you're one of the people. But yeah, it does translate. Because just like I said, them old movies in the 80s, repeats, the guy didn't get nobody. He's mad at the guy who married the cheerleader, the prom queen. He was captain. He's prime. But the other people, they moved on. They became some. But this guy, him, that character, he didn't. And he did finally find somebody, right, and have a daughter. But it's on him that he didn't move up. That's what there's no equality, as y'all try to say equality. You get an equal opportunity. If you can't, you got he got hired. But if you want to stay at that bottom position for 30 years, that's on you. Or if you tried to get promoted and people keep passing you up, then you need to find another job that you're good at. It don't mean that they're doing something to you. It means you're not good at it, or you're at least good enough to do what you're doing. That entry level position forever. That's on you. Ben said it. I know black people always said that since I was a kid. You need to find something else. Before we even thought about it ourselves, but it was still in your head when it came. And I never really had to find something. Y'all kept trying to, sabotage me.
Part 1, The American Dream. To understand where this film and its main character are coming from, you need to understand the nature of the American dream and how it became the foundation of traditional American culture, basically symbolizing everything the country aspires to and represents. Only then can you see how it became the framework for the great American lie that permeates every aspect of falling down. In broad terms, the American dream is the idea of upward mobility, a true meritocracy free from the constraints of oppressive class systems or government bureaucracy. America sold itself as the land of opportunity, a place where people could come from all corners
All of
of the
that
world.
is communist rhetoric. That means but this is what I'm saying. So this means these are people who are he's a recent convert to communism. Why at this time? It's too late, bruh. Why are you jumping out of? What did they do to him? This reminds me of another movie. Did they strap him in a chair? Or was it a rock video in the 90s? Maybe even Dr. Dre, he's strapped in a chair and his eyelids are taped open and the images are playing. Is that what they do to y'all? Seriously, I'm joking, but I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking serious. It's like this shit is just crazy, stupid. And like I said, I can speak from a bunch of black guys, teenagers, skip school. This movie was fucking great. And that was the end of it. There was no, that you would, like I said, at that point, I had many options. All of us had options. There's, even in Birmingham, plenty of options. High paying jobs. Like I said, remember somebody like 2 years before had told me, hey, yo, we're standing outside school. Dope dealers would drive by, boom, boom, booming, in a BMW or whatever type of car, Mustang. This is like 1990, 89, 90. And somebody just points out also, all them guys don't be drug dealers. I don't know why he said that to me. I don't know. I guess he knew I needed a guy to, he told him, a lot of them guys just got good jobs, man. He said that. That's where I got hip to the, they might work at them warehouses, food, like any food, Harris Tea, Walmart, all of them got distribution centers. And in Birmingham, there's a couple of them. Obviously, every city got them because you can't have a supermarket. He said that, yeah, they be tired, but they young. He said they go in, they got a joke, like the Roast Motel. You go in, you don't come out. You get so much overtime, 12, 14 hours a day. And you starting off, and this is like 1989, 90, 91, you starting off with $12 an hour or whatever. That's real good in 89, 90, especially for somebody who's 19 or 20. So yeah, they gonna have a fancy car with boom, and they got it painted. They money, even back then we was talking, you need to buy a house. But most of us knew that. Buy you a house too. Buy the house first. But that's what I'm saying. So there was no old American dream that, but I don't know. Maybe the rest of it, but at least in Birmingham, Alabama, where civil rights movement took place in 1967, and remember all them pictures about the dogs in Birmingham and the by 1989, 90, we ain't seen none of that shit. Downtown Birmingham, the same blocks where they was beating people in water hoses. We hanging out all night long, whatever. Everybody hanging out. There's nothing but black folks now. The daytime, the officers might, whatever. But at the same time, you got so many options It's almost like why I procrastinated because it was just so many like do this, do that, and like I said, I just ended up joining the army. But my other big go to was again somebody helped us to the shop teacher, air conditioning, refrigeration, you know all that. It's just so many things. Welding. It's just so many things. It's like that. Yeah, you was gonna live the American dream, but y'all communists, black folk, black communists, which is even worse, got mad and tried to sabotage us at the behest of your masters. Disgusting. Y'all gonna pay for it. Like I said, thankfully I'm still young enough that y'all gonna pay for it. And that, like I said, that's why they had little buddy come up and sit right there today because they're scared. They know it's over. They know there's no stopping, and they already know what's coming. It's a matter of time, and if things don't change by next month, I just got to call because I already called TransUnion, and I know it's supposed to take 40 days or 30 days, but it has only been like, well, actually I paid. Yeah, it's been whatever day it is. That's how many days it is since I paid that. But it's like, and that's the last thing, and it's over. And it's like, well, that ain't gonna. Yeah, I'm not telling you. Look, figure it out yourself. If you don't know how to change and fix your shit, that's what I said. Stop coming at me. And like I said, I already thought about it myself. Like, why didn't I been do this? But then I thought about it. And like I said, my credit was going up. It got up to almost 700, right? And then that's when it took the hit. That's when they stole my debit card number, and I didn't think about it because I had got a loan. I got a loan for about 25, no problem. And I didn't want a big loan. I just needed a new car. That's when you go through my videos, that beige 4-door Blazer, and it needed work. That's when I bought that. But I had no problem. The loan was 25, so it was only like 160 a month. I had it on auto pay and forgot it. That's what you're supposed to do. Set it, forget it. And they stole it, and no big deal. So as soon as I got the text, most banks send you a text that you, and no, I called, no biggie. Like, why would they do that? Why I did it? I'm like, why would these gang suckers do that? Now I see why. Cause I called. It's like it was only like 30 or 40. I'm like, I didn't do this. Did you give? No, I didn't give no. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're gonna cancel it. Yeah, I know the routine, and we'll send you a new one. Yeah, da da da. Then like 6 months, I get a letter. Oh, you owe us. Oh, fuck. What the? All right, that's what happened. Now it's down in the dumps. But it done. No biggie. I fixed this. It's over. And now they're mad. So that means, like I said, these motherfuckers are sabotaging people. So you try. They trying to make you end up like falling down. And no, ain't no falling down. It's over. It's like, remember I told you can't put the genie back in the bottle. All the winners who they sabotage, they're waking up. We're telling we do it for free. We don't want no. I don't want to be a guru, Tony Robbins, and charge you, $100. I don't know how it works with Tony Robbins. Why I said that a couple of videos yesterday. That now there's a new Tony Robbins YouTube commercial. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, he's on there. Matter of fact, he's with another dude, and I don't know if Tony's a con artist. I'm just saying I don't. He probably might help I don't know, people for real. I don't know. I just never don't need him, and I don't want to be like that, But that's when I'll do it for free, like I'm doing now. But the dude called him Tone, yo Tone. It's just like, no, anybody else I would think, that's too much. Why you trying to be cool? Not trying to be black, like Tone Loc. But you reach it too hard, man. Like, yo, Tony, yo, T-Dog. Yeah, I call him T-Dog. Chill. You ain't got to do all that, Tone shit. Yo, Tone, what you think? But no, it's just, they putting them in my video, my recommendations when I play at YouTube.
World to make a fresh start, to carve out a new future for themselves, to stand or fall on their own merits. It was a world where even the average man could attain wealth, success, and happiness with enough hard work, innovation, entrepreneurship, and good old-fashioned can-do attitudes. And it represents a kind of unwritten contract between...
Now that right there, he's right. That's what I said. I don't call it all that, but that's basically what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody I know do. That's what I said. In Birmingham, that's what everybody had. The black folks. And also, yeah, that does translate to selling drugs. That's why I said if you ain't got all that, you really shouldn't even be selling drugs. Cause your ass gonna end up dead if you ain't got everything he just said. You know what I'm saying? Look, let's see. He stopped smiling. He's like, yeah, that ain't funny no more. Yeah, fat ass. Like I said, you're not gonna make it in the streets if you ain't got everything he just said. He's trying to say it don't work. No, I just told you what happened. People like him jealous because all he got is a Jeep. Look, yeah, what are they? Illegals? Well, that's a chick. Is that a chick? I don't know what the hell. No, that's a dude. Oh shit. Yeah, they're crazy. That's what you send to come at me. Don't send these whatever the hell, come at me. I don't think they're. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're top level cartel members. Like nigga, you got a Jeep. I know Jeeps are expensive, but no, bro, that's not it. And little tiny shorts on. I don't know what the hell. This ain't Brazil. Or what? It should be illegal. You know. Oh shit. Yeah, but he wiped that smile off his face real quick. That's how I know. Yeah, they see. That's what I'm saying. They're mad. They're scared, and they're trying to play it off like they're not scared. So yeah, it's like, bro, it's over. It's over. But the difference between, like I said, if you ain't got everything he just said in the streets, you ain't gonna just get fired. You could get your whole family, air quotes, fired. Niggas ain't playing.
Success and happiness with enough hard work, innovation, entrepreneurship, and good old fashioned can do attitudes. And it represents a kind of unwritten contract between you and the rest of society that if you just follow the rules, do the right thing, work hard, and contribute, then you'll ultimately be rewarded. It's a noble idea.
It's not a noble idea. It's the fucking truth. And you fucking commies are mad because I know for a fact, as a black man, grew up around a lot of gangs or whatever you want to, whatever, just grew up or whatever. I was telling myself, but anyway, you already. But yeah, this it's not a fallacy. It's not a noble. No, y'all are mad. You communists are mad. I'm like, maybe I don't know, but if they just put his video in he just did this. He's just converted. He just converted. He's a new recent, but who jumps onto a sinking ship? He just, maybe he's thinking he's not. All this is metaphors. Maybe he's looking at it like playing the stock market, and the stock of the communists is going down, and he's hoping it's just finna shoot up. But no, bro. There's a lot of stocks that went down, and that was the end of it. They died. This is over, bro. That was the stupidest move you ever did. Because he makes zero sense in this video. He's fucking lying. It's over. It's been exposed. Trump exposed it. The rest of us helped and told the truth about, no, yes, these people are lying. Trump is telling the truth. And these folks are lying. We all got stories. We got proof. And there's nothing they can do about it. So they're mad that they're still trying to send the victims, and then they send them two dummies. And like I said, why? That's another thing. Why is everybody parking right here? You got a whole fucking parking lot, but everybody wants to park right here. Well, you only got one spot and one. I guess. Let me see. You don't have too many spots. All right, but the point is, it's over. And they're mad. But the thing is, they're like rabid animals. Remember when you was a kid? Even in New York City, you got taught not to corner a rabid animal. You got to call the professionals, or if you're in the country, you put it down yourself. You get your little 22 rifle. My daddy taught me how to shoot with my 22 rifle, and you put that rabid animal down. That's what these people are like. They're like rabid animals now. Because they're going to lose their cars. They're going to lose their houses because they didn't work for them. They didn't get them honestly. They don't have what it takes. Like, he literally, unfortunately for him, he literally told the formula.
idea to aspire to for sure, but like so many noble ideals, it's ripe
And
for
and another thing is not, you can't just be fair to the losers and not fair to the winners. And like I said, that's where all the revolutions in history come from. When you're not, I just made that. That's a good one. Y'all can use that. You're not fair to the winners. Now, if you're fair to the winners, everybody prospers. You get capitalism, you get businesses, you get new inventions, and then on top of it, you get people who invest. You get other companies who start making parts for your new invention. Everybody's doing good. But when you try to be fair to the losers who just don't want to get their job and get their little dumpy wife and be happy with that, then you get the revolutions and you get, the French Revolution, and you end up like them. But hey, you do you.
exploitation and corruption, which brings us neatly to the world of falling down. Part 2, A Hot Day. The movie introduces us to our main character, Bill, who's stuck in heavy traffic because roadworks are holding everything up. And in fact, the idea of pointless and unnecessary roadworks holding up people's lives becomes a running theme throughout this movie, and it's great to see Bill's different reactions as he progresses. Anyway, at first glance, Bill seems to embody the essence of the American dream. A typical white-collar worker with a shirt and tie, a simple practical haircut.
Nope. What the hell is he talking about? He's called the crit. If you've seen his picture, matter of fact, yeah, look at his picture. Like, what the hell? No, he does not. He never did in the 80s. No, as a black kid, he did not embody if anything. Matter of fact, wasn't it Michael Douglas with his other movie, Wall Street, the original? Wasn't it Michael Douglas? I never saw it or the remake. Was like, what the hell? You. At least this guy is not a politician. But oh my God, you want to bang your head? No, he is a fucking nerd. Is Michael Douglas dressed up like a nerd? But that's it. The character is a fucking. That is not. He's a. Matter of fact, the nerdery. I call that the nerdery. That's what I'm saying. They're trying to make, because of at that, computers were out by '93, right? But by the 2000s and Bill Gates, now the nerds, instead of dressing like this character, they got on tight pants and they maybe try to work out, and they buy it. Well, Michael Douglas, didn't he get Catherine Zeta-Jones his wife? But hey, whatever. I never thought it was a big deal. I think Family Guy said, because he's older. But anyway, it's like I can't, because obviously you could tell I'm just watching it right now. But I might have to do a whole video about this clown.
And in fact,
This is a fucking clown. There's no way this is the American dream. Slaving away. He went to college, like I said. He's an accountant, right? But that's what I'm saying. He ain't had no fun in college, really. He ain't had no fun in high school. He ain't date none of the pretty girls, the cheerleaders, none of that. He wasn't cool. He wasn't cool in college. He's a fucking nerd. That is not the American dream. Before he grew up and graduated college, he was never going to live the American. And it's not equality. Yeah, he had an equal chance. He didn't apply himself, and he stayed at his fucking job. Is there anybody else, and especially in '93 in LA, the same day, but put like out there, the universe put another character. We'll even say a white dude, but it could be a black dude because it's '93, and he works for he makes a lot of money. He can't make it because of traffic. He's just gonna pick up his '90s car phone and say I can't make it and deal with the drama from his wife later. This guy snapped because he's not living it, and that's his own fault. He didn't live the American dream. That's a '90s movie. It could have been a whole nother movie, or it might be an action movie. But the guy, like I said, he's successful. Could be a black guy, whatever, white guy, Puerto Rican, Lou Diamond Phillips or somebody. And he gets caught up in some kind of, well, again, speed. He gets caught up in some kind of heist. That matter of fact, that might be, how at the end of the movie, after he survived, oh, my wife is going to kill me. Because he didn't survive, fought the terrorists or whoever. The terrorists, it's a '90s movie. Or the bank robbers, but he missed his daughter's party. But really it started off because he was stuck in traffic. But he's just cold. This guy can't. because he's not living them. And the American dream ain't it's 93. You ain't got to be rich. If you got game, you can get you a good looking wife and a good job and move up and retire and have grandkids and this and that and have your grandkids around you or your great grandkids while you're dying in the hospital or something. Seriously, that's the American dream. It's like, see, these people just straight up lie and tell stupid lies that make zero sense.
Works are holding everything up. And in fact, the idea of pointless and unnecessary roadworks holding up people's lives becomes a running theme throughout this movie, and it's great to see Bill's different reactions as he progresses. Anyway, at first glance, Bill seems to embody the essence of the American dream. A typical white-collar worker with a shirt and tie, a simple practical haircut and glasses.
And white collar workers, no, he's at the bottom. That's not the white collar. The white, you like, well, yes, it, no, okay, you're being a little too literal. He's at the bottom. He's in accounting. He's not doing such. He's not working in the stock upstairs where they're selling and buying the young hot shots that's doing cocaine. Yeah, like he used to do in the other movie, Michael Douglas. Yeah, he's whatever doing numbers, and he's just in the office with a whole bunch of file cabinets, no secretary, and no hot secretary, nothing, just him. That's it. That's him. He know numbers. He's an accountant or whatever business major. He could have started trading stocks and been the hot shot, but he couldn't. He couldn't do it. He didn't have the guts to make the trades, the guts to do the gutsy moves. He couldn't do it. All right, but you know what? I didn't realize how, because I didn't watch it. I stopped. I'm gonna start a whole video talk about this guy, the critical drinker.